Welcome to Best of the West Ignition. AJ Kirsch and Alexander G. Bernard at ringside. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Davey Dangerously.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Official in charge of this contest, referee P.C. Brown.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Join the conversation on social media with hashtag Ignition.
First, from the last house on the left, weighing at 2 bucks, he is the reject.
And look at this beast. Calls himself the Reject, Bison Braddock.
Always a pleasure to see Bison Braddock. Brings great intensity to this ring. One of my sleeper favorites on our roster, I shall say.
He's got a very bright future here at Best of the West. And lest I'm mistaken, AGB, you have set up yet another debut here.
That I have.
Here comes Max McManus.
The British invader, Max McManus, a mat technician at a level I don't know is rightfully seen here at Best of the West.
He looks extremely focused.
Precisely why I put together this match. It's a contest between two extremely focused, extremely determined, extremely intense individuals.
We just heard him shout the praises of his homeland, England. Is he missing a tooth? Did I see that correctly, that he's missing one of his front teeth?
His homeland's not known for dentistry. We don't need to rely on it. It's been done to death, frankly.
I wasn't going to say anything. You had to say something.
You pointed it out. In any case,
I wouldn't be surprised if that was knocked out in a fight.
That's what I was going to say. If anything, it's indicative of the rough nature of Max McManus and his rough and tumble wrestling capabilities.
For the minute, you people are doing a great job.
Max McManus appreciating this respectful, quiet aura.
Bison Braddock.
Staring down, McManus seems potentially unsure how best to start with this new variable.
Well, I don't know how much heads up you gave Bison that he was going to be wrestling somebody who has never stepped foot in a Best of the West ring before.
McManus immediately maneuvering to the ropes.
McManus recently appearing on Impact Wrestling when they came to Northern California a couple months ago. It's when I first crossed paths with this competitor. Had an excellent showing then. Haven't seen him since. We'll see if he's been able to sharpen and hone his skills here in the squared circle. I understand he's spending an extended period of time here in the United States.
This is correct.
Seeking out the greatest competition. USA has to offer, and he's in there with one of the brightest young prospects.
Look at that.
Bison Braddock, but look at that innovative maneuver using the ring as a weapon, and just like that, finds himself in control.
Not just using the ring as a weapon, not just clubbing down on him with these blows, but did you see how he went to the ropes earlier? It was to plant the idea in Bison Braddock's mind. He virtually incepted Bison Braddock.
Ducks a clothesline. There's a quick roll-up. 1 and barely a 2 count, says referee DC Brown. Has him around the throat, clearly illegal.
Bison Braddock, a power wrestler, able to break free and smash him with that clothesline.
Braddock sends him to the other side, and another clubbing clothesline in the corner.
McManus has stated that his goal here in the United States is to prove the superiority and versatility of the British style. Right now, all he's proving is that his face can eat a lot of turnbuckles.
Yeah. He is just tenderizing that turnbuckle with the top of his brow.
McManus staggers to the floor, understandably
1,
cover.
2, and only a 2 count.
Max McManus, however, has taken quite a bit of offense. Those repeated blows, checking his mouth, maybe worried he's lost another tooth.
He says he's going to get in there when he's ready. He's got a 10 count to work with, and he might want to think about using every bit of it. Oh, and Bison in pursuit. Telegraph that right hand. Bison answers with one of his own. Oh, and using the rope.
Believe that rope hit the inner thigh of Bison Braddock. And now McManus can go to work at that methodical pace the British are known for.
Forearm right to the face.
Cravat applied.
Snapmare to the center of the ring. McManus. Elbow right to the kidneys. And look at the face of Bison Braddock, just wrenched in pain. And there's 2 and only 2.
You see the extension. I believe there was a European uppercut. He was practically in a handstand on Bison's shoulders, driving that all downward into the neck of Braddock.
Setting up Bison for, look at him. Unique take on the body slam right there. McManus, the jumping leg drop right across the throat into the cover. There's 2 and another 2 count.
Unique, notice the small differences. When McManus does a leg drop, it's the heel of his boot going across the throat. Putting some additional weight and impact into the throat of Braddock, and now he's got him with this arm hold.
Bison a little further away from the ropes than he'd like to be right now.
Torquing both the shoulder and the neck of Braddock.
Trying to power his way up. As chants of USA break out in the Civic Center here in Hanford.
Bison Braddock manages to break free.
Oh! And just caught him with an elbow right in the face. There's another count, and again only 2.
And I'm not sure what got the worst of it, the face with the elbow or the back of the head against the canvas. A very nasty fall there for Braddock.
And yet, McManus staying in control, going for the power bomb, or maybe a pile driver here. A couple strikes to the back, again going back to the kidneys.
Strikes.
And a backdrop takes McManus down.
That's the power of Braddock. It's hard to count him out. McManus will need to come up with a new strategy here.
A boot right to the face. Losing teeth by the second. Lariat takes down McManus.
Did you hear that?
How could you not hear it? There's a drop kick that takes down Max.
McManus looks staggered.
Beautiful neck breaker. He got all the way up, but he can't capitalize with a cover. But there's a nip up.
There's a nip up, but I think you might have been right. The cover might have been more prudent in this case. He had him with that neck breaker, now calling him back up to deal more damage.
Caught with a forearm is...
And a throat thrust.
Bison Braddock.
Back to the throat from earlier.
Boot to the face, caught him charging in. Underneath. Wheels him around. What is he setting up here? Dumped him right on his head.
Unique Saito
Into
suplex.
the cover. And this one's over. Bison Braddock victorious.
Well, an impressive debut from McManus, but I'd say an even more impressive victory from Bison Braddock, the young man who has been on the cusp of greatness here in Best in the West for some time. If he keeps racking up victories like that, we might be seeing him as a future title contender.
Yeah. McManus, not the way he wanted his Best of the West debut to go down, but Bison Braddock with a huge win as we kick off Best of the West Ignition. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back. Wait a second. Don't go anywhere just yet. Bison Braddock just grabbed the microphone.
Well, now that it finally seems that I'm starting to gain a little bit of momentum around here, I think it's about time for me to find out where exactly I stand in the pecking order here. And I can't think of a better way to do that than to jump straight into the lion's den. That's why next month, at Best of the West Edition in Santa Cruz, the reject is going to test his luck against the masterpiece, Chris Masters.
What? Bison Braddock has just called out former WWE superstar, the masterpiece, Chris Masters, Saturday, August 25th at Sea of Attrition in Santa Cruz. That is going to be good.
That'll be huge.
I remember first night downtown on New. I was there with all my friends. You were there with me, and we were walking down on East End. I heard you whispering my name, 'cause I love the way I feel whenever I am living in this place. Then the phone like I've been running all this time, chasing down those cities. I've been drifting all around, stumbling from town to town. There ain't no way to make me choose. Just take me back to Santa Cruz. Oh, 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 oh.
This is the bearded outlaw, the cowboy, James Storm, and you are watching the Best of the West. And if you're not, sorry about your damn luck.
We are back at Best of the West Ignition here in Hanford, California. Your main event coming up right now. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Davey Dangerously.
Following contest is scheduled for it is your main event of the evening, and it is for the Best of the West Tag Team Championship. in charge of this contest, referee Knock Johnson. Introducing first, this is the greatest
Wiseguy and Niko, your Best of the West Tag Team Champions. Looking.
Here we are, Hanford. And here we are standing here in the middle of the ring as the Best of the West Tag Team Champions. And there ain't a single soul in that back that is here to take on the Tag Team Champions. So what we're proposed to do, you sound like my bitter ex-wife, punk. What we're proposed to do is set up an open challenge to anybody in the back that thinks they have what it takes to take on the champ. In fact, we'll even hang it up and put the belt on the line. So cameraman, get real close. That goes for anybody in the back. That means you, RJ, sitting at home playing Danny Tanner like you're living in Full House. Oh, I forgot. You just didn't show up. Come down, accept the challenge. Whoever's ready, we're here waiting.
Another open challenge this evening, this time for the Tag Team Championships.
Oh, look who it is!
I don't think they realized that these two had returned.
Niko doesn't like it one bit.
Weren't you guys in China? You guys are supposed to still be in China. Yeah, you guys are supposed to be in China. You're not supposed to be here. We didn't see you guys show up. No. We said wrestlers that we visited and saw in the back. Not two guys. We're supposed to be wrestling in China. Nah, because last time, no, get back.
Last time, the Midnight Marvels actually defeated the Players Club.
Taste our mouth, because we got these now. But now the roles are reversed. You see, we're the champs. We said we were gonna face. That doesn't mean you two. So go back, bring two guys that we physically saw in the back, out now. These guys know how to get them out now. Get them out! Not a damn chance, Wiseguy.
I think the Players Club just bit off more than they can chew. And the Best of the West Tag Team Championships are on the line. And look at that nod. AGB, thumbs up, made it official. This match is happening.
I don't think Wiseguy and Niko knew that the Midnight Marvels had returned. They did make it to the locker room slightly late today, but I will admit I might have had this surprise up my back pocket and let them make this challenge.
Wow, you like ruining everybody's life here at Best of the West, don't you?
I'm just want to make exciting matches for our fans.
Look at the Players Club having to do a little game planning here real quick. They were expecting anybody but the Midnight Marvels, and just like that, both the Players Club are down. It's going to be over, and no, only two.
Spider Warrior aggressive from the start. We'll see what they've learned since we've last seen them. As stated earlier, they have been wrestling with they've been wrestling in China for OWE, as a matter of fact, for the past 4 or 5 months, I believe. They've been absent. However, as much as the Midnight Marvels have grown through their time in China, so true have the Players Club grown in their time as champions.
I'm not so sure that's the case. I mean, yes, they have become the best of the West.
Oh my goodness!
They have become the best of the West tag team champions, but we've seen Wiseguy and Niko have miscommunications. Only two, says Nuck Johnson. They have not been on the same page nearly as consistently as both members of the Midnight Marvels.
It's true, there has often been miscommunications between the Players Club. However, they do manage to pull it out in the end. That's why they are your tag team champions.
Look at those frequent tags as they isolate Wiseguy away from his corner. Double arm wringer, sandwich forearm, sandwich kicks. And a 360 chop from both competitors. There's another cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
It appears that the Midnight Marvels have been working on their tandem offense while away. Some new double team maneuvers they're utilizing on the Wiseguy. And another quick tag. This is the definition of tag teamwork.
Wiseguy, though, able to fight both of them off for the time being. Wiseguy perhaps should have gone for the tag right there, but able to recover on the apron. Hangs up both Midnight Marvels on the top rope. Springboard, double clothesline, and the Players Club is back in control.
Impressive athleticism as always from the Wiseguy. Wiseguy, probably one of the most impressive athlete specimens in Best of the West.
There's another one.
Target forearms right across the forehead. Spider Warrior, and he's clutching at his head. And here comes Niko, the young protege of the Wiseguy.
And again, Niko, as you said, the pupil, the protege of Wiseguy, perhaps wrestling every match with something to prove.
Look at that strength from Niko there. You can tell he's been hitting the gym, growing stronger every match.
There's 2 and a kick out at 2.
Just a 2 count. Damian Dog looking on at his partner, perhaps feeling that that was a near-fall maneuver, trying to rally this crowd behind Spider Warrior.
Niko slowing down the pace a little bit. I think it's a smart move when you're facing a team that is as explosive and quick as the Midnight Marvels.
Certainly, few things are riskier than allowing the Marvels to pick up the pace or acquire distance for their offense.
Misses wildly with those.
Look at that
strikes.
backhand strike across the face of Niko.
Uppercut right to the chin, and Niko just got cross-eyed.
Notice that the Marvels historically been known for more of their high-flying style, utilizing more martial arts, perhaps maneuvers that they've picked up while abroad.
There's a Thez press, followed up by right hands right to the temple, and you can see he can't even protect himself.
There's the taunting of the Wiseguy. Now on offense, the Wiseguy is free to go to task on Spider Warrior.
Wiseguy about to show Niko how it's done as Spider Warrior's on the receiving end of a trifecta of shoulder blocks.
Wiseguy, the largest and strongest competitor in this match, free to have his way. Looks like he's baiting the referee, and Niko perhaps choking, gripping onto the head of Spider Warrior.
And you notice Damian Drake came into the ring, did not attack Wiseguy with his back turned.
That's just a missed opportunity, if you ask me.
Well, they're superheroes, not supervillains.
Well, right now, they're on the defense.
Well-placed elbow by Wiseguy, former Best of the West heavyweight champion.
Everything so crisp, so precise from the Wiseguy.
Not going for a third. What in the hell?
And
If he never did that again, that would be great.
And that elbow across the head. You can tell the Wiseguy is feeling it, taunting Spider Warrior, feigning injury.
Oh, look at
allowing him to
Wiseguy
get
mocking
ever so
Spider
close.
Warrior.
I have to question this, though, with the distance. And a shot to Damian Drake keeps momentum firmly in the corner of the Players Club. And now upsetting Damian Drake keeps Nuck's vision obscured. Snap suplex!
Textbook snap suplex delivered with exquisite precision, spinning in the face of Damian Drake, and Drake does not look happy about it.
Perhaps wising up to the tactics. Notice he did not. Always beautiful drop kicks from the Wiseguy.
I don't know if there's a better athlete in Best in the West than Wiseguy. And Drake right there to break it up.
I think Damian Drake perhaps smartening up to the tactics of the Wiseguy. Notice he did not come into the ring after his Wiseguy spat in his face, instead waiting for the more opportune moment during the cover.
Well, also he knew if he were to come into the ring, referee Nuck Johnson would admonish him for entering the ring without the tag. Wait a minute, there's a cover, 2 and a kick out of 2. Further drawing the ire and an opportunity to cheat from the Players Club.
Precisely. Spider Warrior with a burst of energy now, trying to rally this crowd behind him. When you're in a hold like this and your breath is compressed and your face is towards the mat, it's so easy to forget where you are, to lose sense of yourself. Rallying this crowd to keep him awake, keep him conscious.
Off the ropes goes Spider Warrior. Oh! Caught him with the knees in the chest, I think.
Knees in the chest and perhaps a fist to the throat on the way down. Gnarly impact for Niko. And both men are down.
And Niko's headed to the wrong corner.
Gets a shot for good measure. But not by Spider Warrior the time he needs. Damian Drake's in, Wiseguy's in. 2 freshest competitors going at it.
And you see the mask is off. He is all business is Damian Drake. Wow, kick right to the midsection. Do not turn your back on Wiseguy though. If you do, throw him an elbow. Beautiful springboard roundhouse kick.
That connected square with the temple of Wiseguy. Wiseguy's looking staggered, looking out of it.
And a drop kick sends him into the corner, up on his feet. Damian Drake is on another level right now.
We haven't seen Damian Drake in some time, bringing high impact offense. What's he setting up for here?
Wow, reverse snapmare sends him face first into the canvas. Standing shooting star, 1, 2, and a kick out of 2.
2.999, that was close. We almost had new tag team champions right there.
The Wiseguys came out here running their mouths, and they may leave having to run after those tag team championships once again.
Damian Drake rallying this crowd behind him, feeding momentum.
Standing shooting star misses this time.
To the well too many times.
Almost a curb stomp leg drop. I don't even know what to call that or if Wiseguy has a name for it, but very innovative and punishing maneuver. And broken up by Spider Warrior. Oh my God, he dumped him right on the top of his head.
Spiked him on his head, but there's Niko.
Spine buster, horseman style.
Crushing the midsection.
There's a discus forearm. Off the ropes goes Drake. Oh, and a knee right to the midsection.
That will have cracked a rig.
Forget about it, misses. Drake with a knee to the face.
This could be it.
Wait a minute, Nuck's saying 1, 2, and a kick out again at 2.
I think perhaps in the mayhem, Nuck might have lost track of who the legal participants are. I believe we are still looking at Drake and Wiseguy as the legal participants.
I think you're right, but
that error could have cost the Marvels the tag team championship right there.
And Drake wants to go up top.
Damian Drake collecting his win for a moment, taking his time going up top. perhaps saying a little prayer.
Yeah, a
what
little good
high-risk
luck
maneuver
charm.
is he going for?
Oh, shove snuck into the ropes does Wiseguy.
And that's a bad landing.
Crotches Damian Drake.
Damian Drake and
But what is he? Wiseguy asking Nuck to
check on his head. Perhaps he believes he's bleeding. Meanwhile, in the ring, Niko setting up Damian Drake.
Oh no. You gotta think he's setting up for, wait a minute, there's a victory roll. Saying he's, oh, and a from off the top. He was not pinning the legal man. Wiseguy
Correct.
took advantage.
The knee to the back of the head, it looks like.
Calf kick takes down Spider Warrior.
And Wiseguy is now firmly in control. Sunset flip.
He's in the rope. Wait a second. He counted 3. The Players Club retains.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary, really? Shoves the referee into the ropes. Damian Drake was in the ropes during the pinning predicament. And you're not going to do anything
I'm
about
sorry.
this?
I thought I had all these people coming at me for not respecting the referee's authority. I'm letting the referee's decision stand.
Atrocious.
Fairy tale lasted long enough. We decide to close that chapter. Best of the West. You ain't got nothing for this team. You see, from day one that we've been best of the West, tag team champions, we destroyed and dominated every single tag team that you can even bring to us. S&M, not once, but twice. 1%? Yeah, they had a 1% chance of taking the titles from us. And then you bring the Marbles. The Marbles. Well, guess what, boys? That's flight all the way back to China. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You better eat a lot of sushi on your way to the land of the rising sun. Because you're going home.
Yeah, that's the land of the rising sun.
Nobody in that back, nobody, West Coast, or anywhere in between that can stop us.
I'll address that one.
Okay, well.
I'll answer that one for you.
Wait, whoa. Hey, you owe me. You owe me. I owe you. Yeah.
What do you call that title across your chest?
Success.
I call that a deadly pain.
I call it looking pretty nice, huh? How about that, girls?
You say there is no tag team that can compete with you. You are stalled for competition. Is that correct?
Swords of the underground.
Well, let me tell you,
Nice jacket, Dan Aykroyd.
I've got some good brothers out on the road these days, and I happen to know just where they will be August 25th.
We know where we're gonna be, surfing down Santa Cruz, baby, with the straps. Like this, Tanny.
You can tell them, as long as at the seat of attrition, you defeat the classic connection.
Oh, snap. You better not throw stuff at your boss, because he can strip you of those belts, but it's going to be the Players Club against the Classic Connection, August 25th in Santa Cruz.
You know why your nylons? Hey, let him bring the classic. Bring your classic. We'll give you the connection, baby. Okay, you're not getting this back.
You have like dozens.
You owe me a part of this, Hanford! You stabbed me in the back! Take your stupid hat. Done.
And gentlemen, good day.
Wow, Classic Connection, Players Club, Tag Team Championship, Saturday, August the 25th, Santa Cruz, California. That's going to be one hell of a night.
You're welcome.
Too bad for the Midnight Marvels, they came that close to becoming Best of the West Tag Team Champions. For Alexander G. Bernard, I'm AJ Kerr saying good night from Best of the West Ignition.